Yo, 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 it is your boy Invincible. You are watching a new episode of the Gclubdiary. We got a very, very pretty, sexy guest. She's been gone for a while, but now she's back. She likes to wear her bikini small and her heels tall. And I wish she was coming back to Cali. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Kayla Carrera.
What is up, everybody? It's been a very long time, but I am so stoked to be back. I am so glad you hit me up to do this podcast. This is the first interview or anything I've done since coming out of retirement. Last thing I shot, I think, was like 13 years ago. So I've missed talking to everybody. I've missed, having people ask questions and just getting out there and being wild me. I'm a little bit more toned down in the real world, but still crazy. So that's the only thing that's changed.
So what is it like partying with you? I don't even know. Do you even party anymore? You kind of just
well, I've always been balls to the wall with everything. So obviously when I lived in LA, I don't even know how I'm still alive, truly. By the grace of God, I guess I was supposed to be here, but I'll drink here and there now. I don't smoke weed anymore, but yeah, I'm pretty just, I'll have a couple drinks, but I'll go months without drinking. So,
I got a question about that because, I ran a strip club, right? So,
yeah.
a lot of the girls would have to drink and they would have to do a little bit of the coke.
Oh, yeah.
Coca, right? So they would have to do that. And I find it, me working in that element, I kind of been drinking, but I'm like an occasional. I think I'm like for the moment, like what do you call that? Like a casual in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
More for like even right now, I'm sipping a little bit of something.
Oh, actually, no, don't get me wrong. Like I'm guaranteed, like if I'm around people and I don't have to do anything the next day. If I start to have drinks and somebody's got a little bit of the stuff, I'm always the one like, yeah, So.
Let's do it. And you know what? You've been pretty cool. I see what you're doing. You got the whole body. Like, I mean, you've always had a nice body from my research, but you seem like you're in the gym, you're working out. So what is your diet right now? What's going on with your diet?
You know what? Honestly, I mean, back in the day when I was shooting all the time, I would go to the gym here and there and stuff like that. But I'll be 47 in June, and I have to say, I look and feel the best I've ever been in my life, better than in my 20s and 30s. I eat whatever I want. I'm conscious about what I put into my body. I don't eat like McDonald's and shit like that, but if I want a burger, I eat a burger. It's just I am in the gym now because I'm starting bikini bodybuilding. So I'm active in the gym every single day lifting weights. So that just keeps me in shape to where I can eat whatever the fuck I want.
I do see you're working nonstop. Now, I don't know what this is because I have seen some of your posts. I don't know if you're into like MMA or you're some type of combat sport, but I see you you're putting in work. So are you into like MMA or what is it, Muay Thai?
Man, I'm like a guy when it comes to that. I love any kind of fighting sport. I'm married now, and my husband, he does Muay Thai, and we have a clothing line named Suffer Party. So we have fight gear on there. So we actually sponsor some of the people who are in bare knuckle fighting, that do Muay Thai fights, stuff like that. So we're always in that circuit out here in Atlanta where we're at now. So I love it, man. I have always been into fighting, UFC, MMA. One of my old roommates who's in prison now because he did a very bad thing, beat up his girlfriend, was War Machine. So him and I were really, really close back in the day. I got him into the industry. So I will jump up and down like yelling at the TV with the fight. You know what I mean? Like the one that just happened with Tyson and Dumbass.
Oh yeah. What did you think about that? I'm just
wondering. Oh God, I can't stand that kid. Jake Paul. I can't stand him. Yeah. I cannot stand him at all.
But do you think he's really that good, or you just think maybe he's picking and choosing the opponents he wants?
Oh, for sure. Money talks, man. If anybody told me to go in there and act like I can't do shit for what, 22 million? Yeah. I would walk in there with a limp.
Hey, shout out to Tyson. I mean, I know he didn't look good, but still, I mean, for him to even be in shape, and I mean, yeah. So,
but see, I do think it was rigged though, because if you do look at his practicing, and conditioning before that fight, it was like night and day, man.
Yeah, you
You know
know
what I
what? I
mean?
wouldn't doubt if any of these things are rigged. I mean, if any of the Jake Paul, I mean, I guess it's for me, like even like with sports, I sometimes tell people if it is rigged, it's good entertainment for me. I kind of
For sure, for sure.
yeah,
It serves its purpose of making you just forget about all the fucking bills you gotta pay for that, hour or two. You know what I mean? So if it
yeah.
is, it is. At least it's making people not focus on things that may be upsetting them for, money wise or whatever. You know what I mean?
So are you a badass though? Because like
Yeah.
you're a taller girl, right? So you look like you can kick some ass. I'm gonna keep it real.
I'm not gonna lie, I do. I've trained before.
Yeah,
I haven't been training because my nails are long, but
yeah.
I have always, I mean, and everyone knows me from being in the industry. I was known as Crazy Carrera,
Crazy
where
Carrera.
yeah,
Why?
like
Why?
I
What's
I
the
didn't give a
story?
shit who was around, said whatever. I demanded respect and don't talk stupid because I will react. Now, but that being said, being in my 40s now, I don't react as quickly or as hard as I used to because that energy is not worth it to me. But yes, I've always been one to just, I
Uh,
will let you know how I feel. I will act on it. Don't disrespect me, especially don't. I have a son now who's 7. That's like 0 to 100 if you look at them a certain way. So yeah, I've always had some fire in me. I think it's the Filipino. I don't know, or just being a girl, crazy.
yeah, I would agree. Most girls are crazy.
And any girl who says she is not crazy, that's the craziest one because
Yeah.
we all are. We have hormones. That's
So
in our
so
DNA.
you can admit that all women are crazy.
Absolutely, 100%. Yes.
Would you say, has anybody ever said you shoot adult films, so you must be a little bit more crazier than the average girl, or do you see no difference?
Yeah. I mean, I welcome it. I smile at stuff
Yeah.
that could be dangerous or fearful.
So you just
So.
been always a risky type of woman then,
Oh, for
right?
sure. For sure. Without a doubt. I react, like I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Just like, in the party days. People be
Yeah.
like, I'm not partying with you because you go hard. I'm like, you didn't die. You could have, but you didn't.
Now I wonder what it would be like to actually party with you. Like I mean,
Man. Yeah. The girl's still in there somewhere.
it's
So
still.
I have to, yeah. I just
So I
have
was
more
no,
responsibilities.
yeah, I was noticing you have LA tatted on you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, why is that? Because you're from Atlanta or you're born in Chicago, but right?
I was born in Chicago, raised in Atlanta. I moved to LA early 20s.
Uh,
LA will be such a huge, huge part of my life because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was all over the place. You know what I mean? I awakened there. I had epiphanies there. I found who I was there. It was such a pivotal point of my life. That to me will always be home because that's where I got to know myself the best. That feels like home more than Atlanta does. Atlanta, I was just a young kid, teenager, but I
mhm.
really went through hell and back there and survived and made some of the best friends ever living out there. So that to me is home. So that's why I have it tattooed on me because it will always be a piece of me,
So
more so than Atlanta.
she's
So
from LA, baby. That's what
yeah,
it,
man, yeah, like
that's what.
that's home.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people say, "How can you like LA? It's so crowded." This, I said, "Man, it's like there's always somewhere to go eat, like
Yeah.
bomb food." I don't know. For me, I love it out here. Like,
Absolutely. And a lot of times people are like, man, there's so many fake LA. I'm like, man, not people who are from LA are not fake. Those were my people. Those were my people. All these who go there to try to be a badass, those are the fake ones. But the people who grew up there and lived there and born there and everything, man, some of the realest people I've ever met in my life, who I could call to this day if I needed something, like real people, real love. It has a lot of good things to it than what people try to be like, oh, go away. I'm like, you don't know.
they don't know because you know what? Most
You
like
don't know.
you go to Hollywood or something. Like those
Yeah,
people are not from LA. They're like tourists.
exactly.
Like you got to go really like that's what I always tell people. I said those ain't even they're not even from LA. Like these.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what is something you embrace about Atlanta though? I mean, that's your hometown, right? So is it I mean, is it just because of the expensive California living? That's why you don't live out here, or what is it?
The only reason why I'm not there is because all my family's here.
Oh,
If
okay.
I could just scoop up my people and dump them over there, I
Uh,
would. But I think it's important for my son to grow up with his grandma his aunts and uncles and his cousins and everything like that. I think that's very important, especially at those years, those younger years, you know. So if it weren't for that, man, we'd be out there for sure.
To be out there.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so I want to know about Kayla Carrera, like the name. Were you like a Porsche fan, or how did that name come
You know,
about?
well, gosh, whenever it was accidental too, how I got into the industry. So I was dating this guy who was like a millionaire, now billionaire here in LA. I mean, Atlanta. And then I wasn't in love with him. So I was like, you know, you're a great person. I don't want to be with you, but I miss the money. So
Mm.
I was doing regular modeling back then. And there was a site called Model Mayhem, which I don't know if it's still
That's
around
like
or
way
not.
back in the day, huh?
Way back. Yeah, like
Yeah,
MySpace days.
yeah, that's back.
So I had pictures on there to have people, photographers shoot me and stuff like that for gigs and stuff. Well, then Jenna Jameson's company had hit me up way back then. I don't think Club Jenna's around anymore. So they hit me up asking if I wanted to do a scene. And I was like, well, what does it pay? So I was like, well, I'll do girl, girl. So I did. So then I had to think of a name. I was like, I don't know what the hell. If I would have known that this name would have become me, I would have chosen something different. But it was the guy I was dating at the time after the millionaire guy who said Kayla Carrera has a good ring to it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I
Yeah,
did my first shoot and I was like, God, that was really easy and you make money at this and I could have the money I used to have, you know? So Wicked and Penthouse and everybody saw me back in the day. I didn't have all these tattoos. So I didn't look like a regular porn star. I looked like a model.
you
That's what they
did.
wanted in all the feature films and stuff. So I started shooting a bunch and that's all she wrote. Kayla Carrera stuck. So, but
Yeah,
I would have chosen, because I love horror films, I really would have chosen my last name to be Voorhees. I don't know
Voorhees.
what the first name would have been, but it would have been Voorhees, something
Voorhees.
Voorhees, you know?
Okay, so with that in mind, then, what are your top three horror movies? No random order, just like what's three just comes to mind, horror movies.
Well, always, you know, the classics, you know, Jason, Friday 13th, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then, of course, Halloween. Those are the
So I
classics.
know what's up, right? Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
I mean, those are the now you got shit like Terrifier coming out, which is really up scenes. It's more of a gore. It's not really the scare part of it, you
yeah.
know. But I mean, those are my go-tos. I started watching those when I was 5 years old. But the main reason I watched them is because it showed boobies and sex. So that's
Oh,
why I liked them.
boobies and sex. Hey, you can't go wrong with boobies and sex. Speaking of boobies, I like your boobies. I was
Thank
watching.
you. They're new.
I know
They're
you
new.
got them bigger, right?
I did. You know, it's funny because I shot a music video for Be Real before when I was in retirement when I came back to Atlanta. I had just shot a music video for him, but before that, I did another music video for this guy named Cody Kumar. But I had fell the night before the shoot, and I fell really hard. And then I did the music video, and then I started having like this weird pain. I'm like, what the hell? I ruptured it. So it was like silicone all down in my
Oh
back. I had to have
shit.
emergency surgery, all this shit. Well, because it was so fast, I went just to this first person I found, and I didn't like the way he did my boobs.
Mm.
So that's why I got them redone now. So they're much better. They're bigger. They're size F.
They're
So
nice. I think they didn't mess with the nipples, right? 'Cause I remember like
no,
videos.
no.
You have like some really nice. That's like a
Yes.
compliment that I would say.
Yes, 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 I love them. And I actually hung candy canes on them and posted it to my OnlyFans yesterday actually.
Oh, then I gotta
But
go.
yeah, like
That's
I can,
dope.
you know, back in the day when I used to feature dance and stuff, so when everyone used CDs, so I would
Yeah.
go on stage and put CDs on them and like spin them, you know.
Oh,
So
dang, that's crazy. Oh, because they fit through.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
So you
yeah,
got, yeah. I do. Do guys compliment you on the nipples?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, they love them. So I love them too, but I already want to go. I want to get my boobs done one more time.
One more
So
time. Bigger.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Just a
what?
little bit, not like freak, you know, like crushing cans and shit, but
Yeah.
just a
Okay.
little bit.
You know what? My thoughts on that is like if I was dating a girl who wanted it, I'll just be like, do whatever you want to do. I mean, I might have my opinion,
Right, right.
but do what you want to do. I mean, it's not like that's what your body, do what you want to do.
Yes, and that's what I feel too. It pisses me off how many people will talk so much shit about anyone really getting plastic surgery. Like they really get upset. I'm like, but it's not in body. Who cares if that's what she wants? Let her
Yeah,
do it.
I'm not paying for it, so it's like,
Exactly. She's the one that has to sit on that fake ass, not me. So
yeah,
who cares, you know? So, but
yeah,
these are saline, so they're salt water,
uh-huh.
and they're really heavy.
They're really
Like,
heavy.
yeah,
I
like my
mean,
back is killing me. I'm always on the heating pad at the end of the day. So I told my husband I want to get silicone because they're lighter. So they'll just be a little bit bigger and
yeah. So
yeah.
you're pretty open with you having a husband.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
how is he? Does he encouraging like you to do more porn, or what's kind of his thoughts on everything?
Well, he's very, very comfortable with, him and I. He will shoot with me. So that's who shoots with me now for my boy girl scenes and anal and all that kind of stuff for my OnlyFans. He's fine with me doing girl girl for other companies and solos, obviously, but he's not into me doing, boy girl, which I mean I get it because I'd want to cut someone's throat too if I saw him somebody just cause we're very intense.
Yeah.
But he does watch all my porn from back in the day. He likes to see that, but just not currently see it in real life. You know what I mean?
What
But
about
he's
you?
really cool. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, whatever, you're doing it.
Yeah, that's cool that he's supportive and he's in the
Yeah.
industry as well. Yeah.
No, he's not in the
Oh,
industry.
he's not in the industry. Okay.
Mm-mm.
No, he's just
No.
supportive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to be married to somebody in the industry. He's still in the industry. He's a big performer. But we were just better off friends. So we still talk to this day.
That's cool. Now,
Yeah.
for you doing the scenes from like, what made you even want to say, you know what, I want to get back into this, or what's causing you to even think that way?
Honestly, the money. I mean, now that OnlyFans platform is out there, I'm not kidding you. My friend, because I talk to a lot of people still in the industry.
Uh-huh.
They're like, what the f- are you doing? Like, do you not have an OnlyFans? I'm like, no. They'll send me their statements. It's astronomical what these bitches are making, man. Even girls who've never even been in the industry, who have no idea how to, because I talk to all my fans. I love fan interaction. I think that's very important. I'm not a diva. I will talk to everybody every day, answer whatever, treat them like a person. There's bitches out there who just think they're the shit and like they're so mean to people. I'm like, without them, you wouldn't have that. You got to still
Yeah.
treat them like people. You know what I mean? So I was really known for that, for conversating with people and not thinking I was all that. But honestly, it was the money. And then also I miss, interacting with all my people. But I stopped because when I got pregnant with my son, I was like, well, I'm just gonna, be a mom, and I deleted everything. Deleted everything. I'm like, I'm done. Don't want anything, got lost all my followers, everything. But I didn't care at the time. It was the thing I was supposed to do. But now I'm trying to let everybody know I'm back because it's just crazy how
Yeah,
much you can make.
you know how I heard about you? I heard about you because a friend of mine actually interviewed you like years ago.
Who?
It was on. It was in Burbank. I think you did it with Kiera Mia and another girl. It was
Yeah.
yeah, called the Lowrider Live Show.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I found out. I was like, because my boy was like, "Yo, I'm interviewing." I'm like, "Who?" So I was like, "Okay." So I had heard about you, and then I kind
Yeah.
of knew about you this whole time, and then to see you, like, I'm like, "Dang, yeah, where have you been?" I'm like, "Dang, she's always been dope."
Yeah.
So, and I remember because you had the boobs, the nipples. So I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah."
Exactly.
But you know one thing I do like too, like after watching, because I went last night, I was like looking at some of your scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you wore like a lot of heels.
Yes.
That you're wearing heels and stuff. Even your style, like the red hair and all. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you got like a dope style. So where is there like somebody you got your style from, or was there anybody you looked up to, or you just kind of
No, honestly, I mean, my whole life, I've always been one like just my style has always changed. I was never like just into one thing. Like even in high school, I got most unique dressed because I would always change it up. And then also too, I like just expressing myself and shock value. That's why I really say whatever I want to say, whatever's on my mind, because I like to see people's reaction. I get a kick off of people's reaction to whatever I do or say. So I've just never given a shit, you
do
know.
you like to clown, or is it more like just you're just bluntly honest?
Oh yeah, yeah. All of it, all of it. Like I just had my newest tattoo. Well, it's like 3 years old now, but it's like a devil.
I saw
Um,
that.
yeah,
You can't really show a little bit of it, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I can
Okay.
see. So I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
tongue goes down to here.
Oh, okay. We just gonna have to blur that
on
out. But
both sides.
that's
Talking
pretty dope.
about, and then I have and then on this thigh I have a nun with a monster mouth, and this one she's being choked. This one is.
So,
So, you know, it's just I just like crazy weird stuff, you know. So
do you think
that
that's?
shit hurt.
I bet it did. Do you think that's like an LA thing though? Because like I remember back in the day, like I've always had tattoos, right? But like,
Mhm.
now a lot of people have them now. But like back in the day, like I don't. I had mine when I was a little kid. Like I was already tatted up. But
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like an LA thing. Now it's kind of I think
Now it's become more mainstream. Yeah, but I think it was more so because I mean, I only had my dragon on my back when I moved to LA. And then the guy I was dating at the time is like best friends with Franco Vescovi. Franco Vescovi, he tattoos the Mr. Cartoon and all them. So he was like my homie. Those who did these tattoos and stuff. So, you know, I would just started getting tatted by them. And yeah, but now, man, some of the tattoos in my do whatever you want. Some of them are so ridiculous, man. I mean, all these little things and oh my
yeah, yeah. It's like it don't make sense,
God.
right. So when I first, I'm gonna take it back to when I got a tattoo. I was like 16. Well, I got my first tattoo when I was like 12. I got like the little 3 dots. So I
Oh
got it on.
yeah, yeah,
I got
yeah.
it on my back when I was like 12 years old. A little 3 dot. I
Man,
don't
you
know.
were cool as shit too.
Yeah, right. So then I was 16 and I was like, I want to sleep.
Yeah,
And my friend had just got out of jail, and he's like, "Well, he's like, why don't you do some different stuff?" So I got like a bunch of she devils on my arm,
yeah,
butt naked, and then I was
yeah.
like, nobody has that. So I was a 16-year-old kid with that
You were
crazy.
the coolest mother on the block.
People were like,
Everybody knew you
yeah. So
because
that's
of that.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you got the devil on you, or what is
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, whenever I had looked it up, it was like devil faces and stuff. But you know, and I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. But I'm, you know, whoever believes in whatever is great. But the reason why I got it is just because I think it looks cool. You know,
Yeah.
I just think it's cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think the fans are gonna enjoy that, looking at that.
Yes, yes.
So I know you probably have a lot of that on Twitter, right?
Well, because you know, I wasn't being active on Twitter. I just now started again. I'm really, you know, getting more active on Instagram and then with my OnlyFans. And then so I have it linked to where, you know, whenever I get on, it'll automatically go to Twitter.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's like a full-time job whenever you have to do the videos, upload the videos, because now everything I have, I'm shooting myself. But I swear to God, like, I mean, I have some really great scenes out there, like Brazzers and everybody, but like what I shoot now it's really good and it's good quality. And because I look the best I've looked, I mean, I've always been confident, but like I really, and knowing who I am now, it's just different. You know what I mean? It's just different energy being exerted.
What's changed sexually differently? Like as far as you now from when you were in your prime shooting those porno movies.
Well, I mean, a lot of times, sometimes I was so up on shit. I don't remember some of them.
What were you on? What were you taking?
Pills. I was taking Vicodin. I was slinging them back in the day.
Oh, so you selling them to all the porn stars, other porn stars?
Man, I was slinging so much. I would get like 5,000 pills at once and fucking go sell those out there. And then I started taking them and
Fuck
all
you.
that shit. So,
I should have known you back then because I would have been like, yo, Kayla, I got your client. We're gonna have
exactly.
fun. What about
Yeah.
like psychedelics? You ever mess with psychedelics?
Hell yeah. I microdose every day
Oh, do you?
now. Mhm.
Oh shit, man, that's a party at your house, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's just so important because it opens up your creativeness and helps with anything really. I mean, it's good to do every day, you know?
I think it is. I think it is. I've never messed with ecstasy, but people have said, you know what, you should try ecstasy. It's pretty cool.
It is fun, but then your dopamine and serotonin drop the next day so much because you know you get all happy and stuff, and then
Then it's
they
a crazy
drop.
crash.
Yeah, because you're creating all that with something artificial, so that your body stops producing it. So it's like, oh, that thing's got it. So a couple days after, then you're depressed, but it is fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun. You know, I was excited to interview you today, right? We had a
Yeah,
little complications. I'm glad we actually made it happen. But no,
yeah.
I think I was so like I was just excited. I'm like, you know what? Now talking with you, you seem super down to earth. So I'm pretty sure the fans would appreciate somebody like you.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
have you ever had any like crazy fan interactions, or let's talk about even stalkers or anything like that?
You know what? No. crazily enough, I've never dealt with obsession or anything like, or if I have, they were really good at it and I didn't even notice. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, I really don't, never had issues with anybody. You know, I've always gotten people messaging me and or telling me when they meet me in person, like, man, you were so cool. You know, thank you for talking to me. Or I'm like, dude, the only difference between you and I is I'm on camera. I am no one special. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not like that. We're all human.
yeah, that you're right. I think what it is though about you, like even me knowing now that you're like down to earth, like to me, that shit, that's big for me. Like, no,
Exactly. It's so rare. There's so many
yeah,
fake out there too, you know, or what is it can you do for me? And then I'll be cool with you once I can figure out what you can do for me. You know what I mean? There's no genuine people, not enough anyways.
man, you know what you're saying this? It's reminding me of something because every once in a while I have these stripper parties at my house. So
Yeah.
because customers are like, hey, why don't you have some girls?
Yeah.
I said, all right, we'll do that. So I'll
Yeah.
bring, and I realized the girls, they don't have no customer service, and it's kind of sad because I'm like, man, like the dudes are here. There's a dude that just got a divorce. There's another dude who's
Yep.
probably seen an attractive woman like you butt naked in a very
Yep.
long, or maybe never.
Yeah.
Talk to them, break them, make them feel good. Like
Yes.
be genuine at least. Don't just say give me the money. Like to me, it's kind of,
Exactly. Because you know what? In some situations, sometimes that interaction that person would get from that chick could save his life. Because what if that person's planning on killing himself later because he's so fucking lonely or has no, you know,
yeah,
anything with anybody? That could be their only thing that, you know, that one time of 5 minutes conversation could turn someone's life completely around. Like, you know, when I was shooting out in LA and everything, I did do high-end escorting and stuff like that. So I was doing really well in that. But it's so funny because there were so many times where I had clients who hired me to, you know, obviously have sex, but then we don't. We would sit there for hours on end just talking because they're like, wow, I really needed this. Call another girl, we'll get her over here. But I love talking to you. You know, I'll pay you just to sit here and talk because humans need that connection. It's not just about the physical. They need that intellectual connection, that meaningful connection. And that's so hard to get. You know what I mean? It's crazy,
it's
but it's
super
one of
hard.
the hardest things.
Do you think it's because of like I don't know if it's always been like that. Customer service has always been kind of crazy, but maybe it could be due to the pandemic. Like everybody kind of, or maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I think people sucked before that sometimes on communication, like, you know, entitledness and it's all about what you can do for them. But I do think, especially like, you know, with my son now who's 7, they're so used to communicating without saying a word. That might be an issue down the road in real life. You know what I mean? Like they don't know how to do, I mean, my son does because I teach him to talk to people, but people are losing that. They're losing how to interact with one another in real life. Like they'll have a full-on conversation, like some because I do hair now, and some of the younger girls are like, yeah, we talk, you know, on Snapchat and all that, but then when they're in front of each other, they don't know how to communicate. It's all awkward and shit. I'm like, what is wrong? That's scary.
It's very scary, very
You
scary.
know,
Because I
it
noticed that
really is.
the kids they just get on the tablets and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like the industry now, like the adult industry, has changed now from when you're working in it?
Well, I would have thought that, or I did think that because of OnlyFans and stuff, that it changed, like
Mhm.
money wise and stuff. But, you know, I still talk to my people, you know, that are currently in the industry, like my ex-husband, Xander Corvus. I was talking to him. I was like, man, I was like, is it different now? Like, do they still pay the same? Are they not booking as much? He's like, no, nothing's changed. Just now you have platforms where you can make a ton of money if you're not shooting. So people is still doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Everyone I asked.
still money making industry. Now, did you ever dance? Were you? I know you said picture dancing, right? Were you ever?
Yeah. Well, I would go all around. I would like
Yeah.
tour like Canada, Mexico, US. And but when I lived in LA, I would drive to Rhino sometimes on the weekend to dance there.
Is that full nude or is that topless?
It's just topless.
Topless. That's cool. So, how was your experience as a dancer? What was that like?
That I mean, it was fun. It was different, you know, because I started back in the day before I was even in porn. I danced out here in Atlanta at Cheetah, and you know, it's the hustle. It's everything. It's knowing how to talk to people. That's another thing where like, you know, it's crazy because I got a lot of my customers from talking, not just from shaking my ass in their face, you know. But then there's some girls who that's all they could do. They couldn't talk for shit, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it is different whenever I started porn and then went to go dance because obviously I was getting paid more money to go to VIP. So
So people
that's the
know
only
who you were.
difference.
Yeah. So do you have any interesting stories as a dancer or as a porn star that like it could be an embarrassing story, it could be a negative story, a positive?
Man, one time, okay, I was at Rhino in Vegas and I drove there for the weekend and I went to VIP with this couple and I had a couple sips of my drink. I just got into work and they drugged me. I
Oh,
started feeling really weird because I mean, I've done every drug under the sun, so I always know when something's about to kick in. I didn't take anything that day, but I was just like, what the fuck? And I knew to get up and get out of there. So I came out of the VIP and went to the dressing room in the back and I passed out for like 8 hours. And my
dang.
phone
So
was missing. They stole my phone.
these were customers that stole your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. A
Dang.
couple worked as a pair. And then some of these bitches too in the Rhino, they would fucking rob dudes, man, while they're in VIP. They would take his wallet. Like they'd be like, yeah, I got this. I'm like, how can you guys do that? You just ruined his life. That's his license. That's his credit cards. That's his wife is gonna kill him. Like, how can you steal? I don't know. I don't like people that steal. I mean, steal from Walmart, I don't give, that's fine because they're fucking us anyways. But from an individual,
But
I
still from
don't think that's cool.
so you can steal from Walmart, but don't steal. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you know?
no, I've seen that. I've seen a girl get a dude so drunk
Yeah.
and VIP, he's passed out, and she's just going through
Yep.
his stuff and going
Yep.
through. I was
That's
like,
so, man. That is so, and you
yeah,
can get killed for that shit. Like, it's not worth it.
yeah, you can. So you do have some stories about being a dancer, and what was it like as a feature dancer actually doing lap dances?
That was fun. I really didn't do many lap dances, but I did enjoy feature dancing because I like to put on a show and stuff. And it's funny because my husband had asked me, he's like, man, whenever you feature dance, did you like, take dudes home sometimes, And I was like, no, but I always took girls home.
Oh,
Always,
you did?
always.
Dang, you did? Oh, I wish
I
I
did
knew
all
back
the
then.
time,
Yeah. So
all
so
the time.
so do a lot of
Because they,
strippers.
yeah, yeah. And even
They,
girls who didn't even like girls would be like, oh my God, I love watching you dance. I'm not even into girls. I'm like, well, if you want to hang out after or, we're in the club, done that before. But I always had the mentality of why is it okay for men to do it and women can't? So, I mean, I was like a dude out there in LA. I want to be like, all right, you got to go. I'm like, what? You
yeah.
don't want me to call you? No, I don't want you to call me. No, I got to go out. Go, leave.
You were
I'm
telling like
done.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
no, you were
So,
you were there back in the day. So you hooking up with girl. You seem like you would have been a fun girlfriend back then. Are you
oh
still?
man, I mean, I've been known to be wild and crazy, but I was always very loyal and always looking out for my friends and everybody. So, I was and am consistent across the board, the same person. How a lot of people like you don't know which one you're gonna get, or like, oh, she's acting different in front of that people. Oh, and she's in front of these people. I'm consistent across the board. I don't change for anybody. You don't like me? Okay. You like me? Great. Either way, I'm still gonna be who I am.
I
You
think
know what I
maybe
mean?
are people ever intimidated though, because you do have like
Yeah.
you have a very I don't know what the look is. You look like you train, you exercise, you're taller. I mean, you look like you might. Yeah. Have you ever been in a fight like on a porn set or?
Yeah. Well, not on a porn set. No, no, no. I always got along with everybody so well on a porn sets because I was always cracking jokes and making sure everyone's comfortable and stuff. No, not in porn set, but in real life, yeah, I've been in fights with chicks and stuff.
At the strip club?
One, oh my God, yeah. Thanks for
Tell me
bringing
that
that
time.
up.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Golly, that was in Philly, right?
for the
So,
gentleman. Okay.
yep, it was in Philly. And I go on stage and I would usually bring somebody up. So this one girl wanted to get up on stage. So, I did my show with her and everything. So everyone was tipping. So I clean up all my money. And this time I didn't take a roadie with me, but I was cleaning up. And so the girl's like, oh, come on, let's go smoke a cigarette. Cause that's when I smoke cigarettes. I was like, all right, so we're out in front of the club. And then this other chick walks up. She's like, so you danced with my cousin on stage? I was like, yeah. And she's like, you gonna split that money? I was like, no. And then she punched me square in the face, but she thought she was gonna knock me out. And I just took a step back and I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, oh shit, because like it didn't knock me out. I chased both them down 2 blocks. I was just because I mean that was dumb to run off after 2 people because I could have been jumped. But that wasn't what I was thinking. I was thinking, I'm gonna murder you for hitting me in the face. But needless to say, they ran off. I came back to the club, got my shit. It was already the end of the night. They didn't get their money. I kept my money, and I didn't even get a black eye.
Man,
She sucked it. She sucked at aim though. She like thought she hit me here, but she hit me like right there. Man. I was like, what the? So we looked at the footage, the security footage, because the owner was trying to see like what girl it was or whatever, and because I was like, I'm not dancing again. He's like, well, you didn't look scared because you chased after those girls after she hit you in the face. I'm like, yeah, because I'm going down. Like, you're not thinking logical after you get punched in the face. You know what I mean? You just react. So that was, God, probably 14, 15 years ago. I totally forgot about that until you said something.
She's gonna be watching this like, I remember that crazy girl. Crazy Carrera. Was that your name back then too? No, right? It wasn't Kayla Carrera back then?
Yeah.
It was? Yeah. Oh wow, okay. So I'm gonna be like, where's Crazy Carrera?
Yeah.
What about on the porn set? Have you ever had anything that just kind of different happen?
No issues. I remember one time, it was the blowjob, before the scene. And I always make sure I'm clean. It's just common courtesy for your fellow person that you're working with, just to be sure you're clean, whatever. I remember one time.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, you would think that was just normal, just like brushing your teeth and using mouthwash. You just do the right thing. So I go down to give him the blowjob, and I swear to God, it was like one went down once, went down again, and what it wafted up is like, did you wipe backwards and bring the shit up your ball sack? Because it was so bad. I was so mad. I got up and I threw the baby wipes on him. I was like, go and clean yourself, or I'm not shooting this. And the director was my friend, and then all the the grips and everything, they were laughing, but I was so mad. I was like, I can't finish the scene if he's gonna be like that.
Oh man, so how do you like how do you go through with like people that, I mean, I'm pretty sure you ever work with somebody you're like, I do not want to work with that person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you have to.
Yeah.
So how do you psych yourself out? Do you drink something?
That's when I would take pills.
I gotta take a pill to do this.
Yeah. But I mean, so many people that I shot with, they knew who I vibed with and who I really wasn't, and that's what they said, like, you're not a diva on set. Because I was really nice to people, even if I wasn't like really attractive. I didn't want them to feel like I thought they were gross. That would be horrible. It's just, you just got to go somewhere else in your head.
You're just a nice person. That's what.
Well, I mean, I can be bitchy, but yeah, I'm nice until somebody makes me mad. But yes, I am kind of bitchy. But
are you? Yeah, because you're
a girl.
Are you a Cancer?
I am.
You're a Cancer. Okay. I know a little something.
How did you know that?
I know that because you just got to look you up, and then it comes up.
Oh.
Right.
But the thing is, I'm not like a crybaby, so it's really weird. I'm not like my husband. He cries a bunch, but I don't. He's like, God, you're cold. I was like, no, I just don't cry.
You don't cry. So what do you do? But do you get moody though? Like you're one day.
Yeah. I have a bad temper. I have a very bad temper. It's gotten better. I can still work on it more, but don't we all?
Is it like a sexual thing? Because some women, they get older and they're just like more horny. Like I dated an older girl. And she was like, I was like, how are you like still horny? Like she just wants it all the time. So
maybe you were just really good too.
No, I don't know. Maybe. Hey,
look at it that way.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna look at it like that.
There you go.
So as you're older now, are you more hornier now or back then?
I would say it's about the same, but I mean, we're very sexual. We probably have sex 1 to 3 times a day.
Damn.
And we've been married. We'll be married 4 years. We'll be together 4 years in May.
That's good. So, you know why? Because you know how when you're dating somebody and then like after a while you're like, damn.
Exactly. It hasn't even gotten there at all.
You think maybe because are you guys like very spontaneous doing stuff or?
Yeah, and we're just really into each other, you know, like we really do. And I think because, you know, he's 43, I'm gonna be 47, we know who we are. I think just knowing who you are in the base of anything, you do better in whatever it is, you know, because you just feel more grounded and connected and understand things better. So I just think everything is, and man, I really truly believe everything gets better with age. I would not trade going back to my 20s for shit. I love my 40s. My 40s are the best,
What?
you know?
Why do you think that is though? Like, was it
I don't
because
know. I think you
there's
just,
knowledge?
because you figured shit out, you know?
Yeah,
Like when you're younger, you're trying to figure everything out, and there's a lot of pressure of that, and just, I don't know. It's like knowing yourself,
yeah,
you
because
know?
you're aging like fine wine, so I'm like,
I'm going
shit,
backwards. You know, because, and I swear to God, man, that's from
lifting
lifting
weights.
weights. It keeps you
Yeah,
younger. Like it's scientifically proven that it keeps your cells younger.
wow.
So
So
I'll do it to the day I die, man. I'm gonna always lift. I love it. I
okay,
really do.
I want to get into some stuff too about because I know the audience probably want to hear more sexual stuff as well. So I'll get into a little bit of that. I was kind of curious because I did see that you did like anal scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, how do you prep for something like that when you're shooting?
You know, it's funny because me and my husband do it often. I
Uh-huh.
don't even have to prep.
You
It's
just do
weird
it.
and no accidents happen. But scenes,
Mhm.
you would have to prep, you know? It's weird, like, you know, doing butt plugs to you know, work up and stretch out or whatever. But again, I think just knowing your body and when you're really in tune and into something, it just happens effortless. Yeah.
So what are you into now? Right? Are you like into different things now? Are you the same, or what are you into right now sexually?
Pretty much the same. I mean, I've always been very sexual, you know. I love it. I love to, you know, please somebody, and I love to obviously have orgasms and stuff. The only thing I would say that I miss is DPs because you know, you're having both pleasure. But I did
Um,
just buy this machine.
but a
And you
machine.
put, yeah, you put the dildo on there and it can go 440 strokes a minute. So it goes fast, slow, whatever. So like I could use that and he can also be in there with me and
Oh, we
help
do
with
his
that.
thing too. Okay, it
Yeah.
works. Okay.
Yep.
Do,
So
yeah. Do you think? Because somebody was mentioning this on another podcast. They were saying something like if a woman uses toys when they're in a relationship, like that's what did they say? They said that evidently you're not pleasing someone in the bed, and I was disagreeing.
nah. Because
I
I
just
think things hit differently, you know?
yeah. I was like I think different. I think I wouldn't mind like my girl. Like I think we need to be adventurous and
Right.
if you're 4 years into a relationship and still screwing every day, you're doing something right.
Yeah. I mean, usually I get bored, no shit, like after 6 months. Most I've ever stayed with somebody was like 2 years. I couldn't get past it because I'd be bored as shit.
Be
You
bored.
know, like really, I'm like, oh God, man, it's just like eating this meal at a restaurant every day. Then you want to go somewhere else. But I haven't gotten there with this. I think because we are very open and stuff. Like we were even talking about going and what's that club out in Atlanta where you in front of people just because it's something fun
Oh,
that
like a
we like to
show,
do.
It's like adventurous.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, we're just very open, you know.
Yeah. So just, but you're very, what is it? But you don't want him to hook up with another girl, and he wouldn't want you to hook up with another girl.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're happy with it. Now, you know, if down the road, 10 years from now, we're like, hey, we need to spice it up. You know, I mean, we're the type of people that are very open about everything, but I don't think we'll get there because of the chemistry is so good and he knows exactly what to do the way I like it, and same with him. That's why like the scenes that we shoot now, I mean, we do a lot of anal cream pie, you know, it's great. It's
Is that
really
what you
good
like?
shit I have out there now.
You like anal cream pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you tell a girl that maybe hasn't, she's kind of interested in doing that, but she's not interested, or like us dudes, you know, that maybe we're dating somebody and we want to do it anally with the girl. What's something recommended for us like that we may not know?
Well, first see if you got to start with your finger in there. If she jumps or freaks out, then you know it's a no-go. Just pretend that you accidentally put it in the wrong hole
Oh,
and
then
see
a
what
finger.
happens.
So start with a finger.
You're like, "Oop, oops, sorry." And if she's like, "Oh," and then like, "Oh," you just gotta test out the waters. That's what I would do. I mean, shit, I've done that with dudes. Been like, "Oh," and then see how they react, and I'm like, "Oh, okay," you
Yeah.
know.
So anal is a big thing for you.
I mean, it's a different feeling. Like if I'm having a harder time to have orgasm, and then he starts, and I use my Hitachi, yeah, I can get there real quick because it's just hitting it from a different angle.
Yeah.
It's like rearranging your room,
Okay.
freshening it
So,
up. You
and
know.
yeah, what about like orally someone pleasing you? Are you into that?
Oh yeah, yeah, he's really good at that. And yes, and that's one thing that I do miss about shooting. Like I want to set up some girls because I really do, because I've had a girlfriend before, so I really do enjoy doing that and having it done by a girl, and I love to do it. So hopefully I can line up some girl shoots to do that.
That would be hot. So based
Yeah.
on experience, who's done it better, the men or the females?
Oh, I don't know, because some bitches don't know how to do it at
Yeah.
all. Yeah. Like
Uh,
I would probably say men are the best at it
yeah.
because especially whenever you can tell like they really enjoy it. you
Mm.
know it's like you can tell if somebody really enjoys doing it by the way that they do it. Like sometimes in shoots and stuff with girls you could tell they're just doing it for the pay because it's lousy. It's like, God, man. But if
Either.
somebody really likes it, you can tell if someone really likes it. But I
Like,
think men are the best so far.
okay, okay, we the best, baby. We the best.
Yeah.
I knew I was good at something. I know.
See.
Nah, I'm good. All right, I want to know what Kayla Carrera is bumping in her car, or what did she when she was growing up? What was she bumping? I want to know what was on your playlist.
Oh my God, when I was growing up, man, I was hip hop all the time.
What were like some? I don't know. Give me a song or two that maybe takes you back in time. Like, damn, I remember bumping this all the time.
Well, at Cypress Hill for sure.
Oh, that's the weed smoking though, but you don't smoke weed no more, right? So
Not anymore. But you know what's really cool? Because like that is so nostalgic to me, like Cypress Hill, Dr. Dre, Far Side.
yeah,
Well, that's what being in the industry. That's what's super cool because people I used to love to blast ended up becoming my friends. And you know, shooting, Be Real's music video. And then him and I would like talk on the phone and stuff. He's cool as you know. And the reason why a lot of the people that I met who are famous or whatever, they're like, they liked it because I didn't treat them any different than you or the next person or whatever. I don't know how famous you are you cool? Can you talk?
yeah.
And then like one time I was doing a podcast years ago and they're like, oh, we're going to be doing a podcast with Farside. I was like, what? Farside? What? And I was so excited. So I'm like a huge fan of them, but Booty Brown was a huge fan of me. And then him and I became friends and we still send messages back and forth to this day. So that's what's really cool. I'm like, holy shit, this is shit I used to play in my car. And now I'm sitting here with a conversation. It's just crazy how life can turn like that.
That is crazy, right? Like, think about it. I never thought I would be interviewing you.
Yeah, see? And then we'll be messaging each other all the time.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, it's cool. So yeah.
You know what we should do? I bet you we can, I mean, I don't know if you know Booty Brown, we can get him on the podcast too if you wanted sometime. He's great. And then who else?
I say let's do it. You know why? Because I think we got a platform. Why not be creative? And I know I interview because I ran the strip clubs and I'm more geared to the strippers.
Yeah.
But like I said, most of the adult stars have been strippers or featured dancers. And
Yeah.
then I think every once in a while everybody loves going to a strip club.
I do. I love it, man. Oh my God. Like I love, especially a girl, if she could really do some pole work. That shit's amazing to me. That's talent.
Yeah, I've seen some incredible dancers. Now, are you good on the pole?
No, I've never been one that was on the pole ever, but I want to now that I'm stronger. Like I can do pull-ups, free, no assisted pull-ups. That's hard. Like a real wide grip
Oh, I
pull-up.
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's a great workout.
Yeah,
I would totally like go, but I do. I love going to strip clubs and stuff like that because the human body is beautiful.
I think
So
women
it's like I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I love women. I think they're beautiful. I think they're sexy. That's why I said when I look at porn, like I look at, like, for instance, I watch yours and I say, you know what, I said this is some good stuff. And I think you're shooting more content right now.
Yeah.
And I think for fans, you know what I mean? Now I kind of consider myself a fan because I'm like, I think you're just dope. You got a good attitude.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I want to see more stuff, and I hope we do some stuff too. Like,
Yeah, man, for sure, for
do
sure. Like I can even send like a little clip or something for you to add under the podcast of one of my scenes, my
yeah.
because man, my shit now blows the other ones out of the water just
Oh, does
because
it?
it
Okay.
really does.
Okay, I gotta see this. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at my notes and see if there's anything else I would like to ask real quick.
Okay.
Hold on. You know what? I got a little buzz, and I think yesterday I still kind of, yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah.
What is my I'll tell you what, as you get older, the one thing that changes is eyesight.
Oh yeah, yeah, mine
You
too.
can't see
Yeah,
as good.
yeah. I was gonna ask about do you have any like I mean, is there anything else you want to do sexually in life, or you did everything, and do you have any fetishes?
I've done it all.
Done
I've
did
done it
everything.
all. All the things that I wanted to do, I yeah, I'm very grateful and blessed that I've been able to have everything I wanted. That's the best. I mean, I have a great sexual, relationship and everything. Everything's met. Like there's nothing that I don't have that I
That
would
you
want.
don't have. Okay, I want to
Yeah.
ask too because I heard on another interview I did, one of the she was a porn star actually. She was saying that she had to do it in a crazy environment, like a crazy place.
Yeah.
Have you ever been put in a predicament where you had to shoot your video in a place you're like, what?
No,
No.
no, I'm thinking, no.
There's one video I saw, right?
There's like club settings where there's a bunch of
Club setting.
college kids.
So I saw a video, I think it was last night, and I heard a horn, and I was like, "Hold up, is that like a food truck horn that was going on?" It was with you. It was
They're
like,
tacos.
oh yeah, and I was like, "You're right." I was like, "Didn't they give me taco over here?" So that's why it made me wonder, like, is there any strange places that you've done it, or what is the wildest place you've ever done it at?
Jeez, where's the wildest place? I don't know. I mean, public bathrooms and stuff like that. But you know what I am gonna do this weekend because my son's going to my mom's house. So I told my husband. So we go to this gym. We have a couple of gym memberships. So I was like, let's go up there Sunday because it's not, 24/7. There's nobody
Yeah.
up there. So I want to shoot a scene up there in the showers,
Oh,
like working out, and then him like spying on me, and I want to shoot one there. So that's what we're gonna do this weekend. But I love doing stuff like that.
that's spontaneous.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. The,
Yeah.
the possibility of getting caught,
Getting caught. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Kayla, I like all that. I like that and more. So what can the fans be expecting from you if they're subscribed to your OnlyFans right now?
A lot of anal sex, a lot of great sloppy blowjobs, great angles, lightings on point. Like I do all kind of customs. I have 4 customs I have to do tonight for people who ordered them. So like, I mean, I do anything, like whatever somebody wants, they can be the director, and then I make sure I give them the best video. So, and also too, like I also sell like my panties and stuff like that too.
Hey, you sell your panties? Okay, so that
Yep.
guys, see, fellas, guys could be buying her panties that she just
Yeah.
wore.
And I squirt, so I mean they get doused. So
What are your squirter?
yeah, I just posted some really good squirting scenes on my OnlyFans.
You know, I was wondering because the videos I watch, I was wondering like, is she a squirter?
Yeah.
But so because to me, I think squirters that's a turn on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, my husband loves it, man. So
Yeah,
and and it's not peeing because I'll pee right before and right after. I mean, it comes from the same hole, but it's a different thing. If you know how to hit that button up inside, it's just like a trigger, and then it's just done. Because like, yeah, we filmed, I have one that we shot last night. It's like a 2.5 minute squirting video.
Damn,
POV style. It's really good.
okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, she's a squirter. I love squirters. I mean, dang, that is the best.
Yes.
Kayla, well, I don't know. I mean, is there anything else you would like to touch on before we wrap it up?
I'm trying to think. I think we covered a lot. I'm trying to think. Just follow me, man. Follow me. Just want everyone to know that I'm back out there. Follow me on my OnlyFans, which I'll send you all the links because I can't remember shit sometimes, man. That's the one thing about getting older. What is
Now you forget.
My
Yeah.
Instagram is official Kayla Carrera. My Twitter X is real Kayla Carrera, and then my OnlyFans is real Kayla Carrera. But I'll send you all the links and everything.
All right.
And then also check out our fighting clothing brand sufferparty.com.
Suffer Party. All right. Yeah, we gotta.
Mhm.
That is good to know. So you're in the MMA round. You're doing shooting some scenes again. I'm pretty sure the fans are excited to see what you got coming up. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time. Is there any shout
Of
outs?
course.
Yeah, you want to shout out anybody? You want to diss a porn star that was smelly on the
Yes.
set?
Man, I'm not hating on anybody. Get your shit, man. Whatever works for anyone, as long as you're not hurting anybody, go for it. You know what I mean? And yeah, nothing but love to everybody. And I would love to come on again and touch base, maybe do like a quarterly thing or whatever, just to see what's going on in lives, because my plan is to do my bikini bodybuilding October 2025 because I want to win first place. So
Yep.
that's my goal.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is training her, so guys get prepared.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
it'd be crazy.
Yes.
All right, no, hey, we gotta get you on like when we do another live or something. Well, I mean not a live,
Yeah.
or kind of like this. We'll get another. Maybe you can co-host or something. And
Yeah,
kind
for
of,
sure, man. I'm totally down. I would love to do that. I love doing stuff like this, and you make it easy. So
yeah, yeah. And you look
definitely
nice.
down.
Look very good. So tell your husband he got a very beautiful woman by his side. And
Yeah.
thank you for the tips. Appreciate you, Kayla. And till next time, we'll
Yes,
talk.
man.
Yes.
All right. Keep in touch, okay?
Yes, I will. So thank you, Kayla. I appreciate it.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Thank you so much for having me.